From Mr. Andy No, he says a trans activist in Portland has put a hit list graphic of me and others, putting me at the highest threat level and suggesting others take action. Take a look at this graphic.
What are those
threat level?
levels?
Red.
There's red, and then what? There's like
yellow,
yellow,
light orange, red.
I wonder who got insulted with the lowest.
Yeah, who got
threat
yellow?
level.
Yeah, I want to know who got threat level yellow.
I doubt
That's you, Tony.
anybody.
Yeah,
You're yellow
yellow
type threat level.
So there's also this, which appears to be on a light post, and you can see there's Nick Shirley. Congratulations, Nick. I can't read the rest of them. What is that? I can't read that one. Thomas Allen, Black Rebel. Oh, Cam Higby. Hey, Cam, how's it going? Leftists in these areas are putting up flyers to target people for physical violence, attack, or otherwise. Portland is in a very, very strange place right now. There was this Jubilee put out a debate between two leftists and two conservatives, and one of the debate things, one of the subjects was that Portland is a war zone. Portland's population has collapsed over the past few years. People are fleeing Portland because you can't run your business, and the leftists are like, but crime is actually down. And I'm like, I don't care. If you have 10 Antifa that keep terrorizing the downtown and commerce is down, crime isn't the issue. So Trump needs to send in the National Guard, invoke the Insurrection Act. And I honestly think the only way we get out of this is if Trump actually, I don't know, I think it's Insurrection Act, commandeers the local government, and then has new elections and cleans everything up.
Have we seen that, like, in modern times, Insurrection Act?
Insurrection Act, yes. LA riots, easy example. We had the National Guard sent in. I think it was Obama in Ferguson during the Michael Brown riots. But the bigger question is not so much whether Trump will invoke the Insurrection Act, is whether he will go in, remove a mayor and governor from power and their assemblies and their council and say, it is time for a new election because this is criminal. This is corrupt. That's the only way you get out of it. What's going to happen? The feds are going to keep saying, don't break the laws, and then no one does anything?
Well, with their sanctuary city policies, yeah, pretty much. Yeah. I mean, that's how it's looking. Like, nobody's going to cooperate. The local police won't cooperate with you. You know, they did a raid recently, DHS did in New York City on Canal Street. And then I saw almost immediately after the NYPD wanted to make sure, nobody's blaming for this, them for this. So they sent out a tweet that said the NYPD had no involvement in the federal operation that took place on Canal Street this afternoon. Like, these cops are really trying hard to distance themselves from other law enforcement activity. They're not going to protect them. They're not going to collaborate with them. And if people come and protest and riot against them, they're just going to, I guess, stand by.
I'm over it. Take them over. Like, guys, this was what Sam Hernandez was covering this. It's like what was it, like a black market thing going on?
Canal Street in New York City. Canal Street's notorious for having these fakes being sold on the streets by definitely illegal aliens from God knows where in Africa.
And when the feds came and shut it down, local police were sure to tell the world, we allow black market illegal immigrant, crime to surge and run rampant, and we are proud of it.
Yeah, you could sell fake merchandise on the street. You could sell fake Gucci bags.
Yeah. Trump needs to invoke the Insurrection Act. I get it. He's biding his time, whatever. Maybe when winter comes, he'll be a bit more heavy-handed because then you don't get riots in the winter. And so the concern right now is if Trump makes a bold move like sending in the troops, you will get mass riots.
That would be good.
Do it in the winter, nothing happens.
Yeah, that would be nice to see some kind of, increase in enforcement because the Antifa people are kind of scared of the cold.
What's his last term? You can kind of get away with doing anything, right? Don't have to worry about running for re-election.
Well, actually, he can't get away with anything. If Trump does not win and he leaves office, the first thing that's going to happen is going to get locked up. He'll be put in prison. His supporters, his confidants, everybody who's aligned with him knows this. So there is no question that Trump must crush the multicultural democracy of America. That's what we call him. I don't think Democrat accurately reflects what we're talking about. So I'm going to just use Stephen Marsh's description, the multicultural democracy of America versus the constitutional republic of America. If Trump leaves office and Democrats win, we'll all be in a gulag. And it's not an exaggeration. We're well past this point. I hope people wake up to the fact that they arrested Trump's lawyers.
Yep.
They hunted down Trump supporters across the country for nonviolent trespassing. Yeah, I'm not talking about the rioters, gents. I'm talking about the trespassing. People who walked in there had no idea what was going on. Hunted down. They created a fake operation accusing prominent media personalities of being involved in a Russian influence scheme. Yours truly. And we know it was fake. Fabricated. Just to steal an election and malign people. What do you think they're going to do once they get power? If they get power back? So Trump has no choice but to absolutely crush this rogue element of the United States.
Yeah, they have to do everything they can to prevent the left from having that kind of power again, and in the hopes that there is a moderate left, but I don't see a moderate left, starting to form. The Democrats continue to kick out the moderates. With Fetterman, they're talking about booting Fetterman. All the Democrats that are former Democrats that are currently in the Trump administration that left the Democrat Party, like the way that it seems to be going or has been going for the better part of the past 10 years or longer is people that are reasonable in the Democrat Party, as the Democrats get more extreme and more radical, they just leave. And that's something you see, we hear people talk about, don't leave New York, don't give up New York, don't let the left just take over things. But that's kind of what's been happening. People have left the blue states and they've gone to Florida, they've gone to Texas. And you leave these kind of Democrat enclaves that are full of people with terrible policies. And you can't just let the left take the government, because when they're in government, they use the IRS. They use the DHS.
It's just over. At this point, based on what they've done in the previous administration, and now Trump's response, if Trump pulls a half measure and loses, we're cooked. Yeah, I've been having the conversation around security quite a bit, and I was talking to my wife about this. I said, "There's no running. There's literally no running. We're talking about the United States of America. If it gets taken over by psycho lefty commies, there's nowhere for you to go. They're going to come. They're going to find you. You will be a dissident of the state. You'll be an enemy. They're going to target people of. This is what we see in these revolutions. They go after those who have the ability to rally, who have charisma, who have political leadership, and they remove them from the chessboard. So there's no running. There's only winning.
And if anything ever happened to you, they'd call you a Russian agent after your passing. That's what they'd say. I mean,
they're evil. The Biden administration fabricated a fake criminal case with two people no one's ever heard of, without any real evidence, and then used it to hold a press conference accusing me, Benny, Dave, and others of being involved in some kind of Russian disinformation plot, despite the fact, Dave being the best example, he was effectively America's Funniest Home Videos. He was reacting to viral content, did it for a year and stopped. Nothing was political. The Culture War podcast that we'd licensed was largely apolitical. Talk about UFOs, flat earth, just goofy subjects. They faked the whole thing, and then after they lost the election, they dropped it.
Not to mention that we love Ukraine, and the president should definitely send over some tomahawks to Ukraine. He's flip-flopped so many times all over on that position. I'm sorry, I just feel like I had to bring that part up.
Yeah, I just think that now that we have factions. It's happened. Trump has said Pritzker and Mayor Johnson in Chicago should be in prison. You've got far leftists in Portland working with the police and the police working with them. Police and Antifa in Portland are one and the same. And I don't know what I'm over is this. No, come on, it's a one-off. It's nothing. We've seen enough. They arrested Nick Sorter when he got attacked. There's another guy hitting that with a rock. They arrested him too. The victims are getting arrested and the perpetrators are being protected by the police because the police are Antifa.
Yeah, I mean, it's not new is another thing. There are people that still deny. I mean, we've had podcasts where people came on and the whole point was, are the right targeted? And they would sit there and deny. But, there's so much evidence so many times that have been documented, whether it be, again, the IRS, or you're talking about FEMA when they were deciding not to help Trump supporters in the same way they were helping people that didn't have Trump signs on their front lawn, or you talk about the feds targeting parents that didn't want their kids to be taught certain political ideologies in school, and they were monitoring them, or you're talking about the federal government going and monitoring people and journalists and stuff. This is not new. And it is only going to get worse should the Democrats get into positions of authority.
Well, I think it's going to get worse regardless.
Well,
They're not in power now, and it's getting worse. And the issue is that in the states where they do have power, this is one of the questions I got asked about Pritzker. Does he actually care about these issues and side with these people, or is he just anti-Trump? And I'm like, they're the same thing. He is agreeing with them because it's anti-Trump. He is supporting them because it's the appropriate political move to make. Newsom does not care what makes the country better. He cares what gives him power. So he's simply being like, I don't care what happens, but it's going to be really funny when the pitchfork mobs turn on sleazy, slick Newsom and he starts running frantic. It's like that remember when the riots happened and there's a guy in Beverly Hills who was like, yeah, riot, burn it down. And he was tweeting this and he was like, hey, wait a minute. Why are you coming here? No, go back downtown. Oh, no, they're climbing the walls. Get out of here. Yeah, he loved it when they were burning other people's neighborhoods down. Yeah. That's what's going to happen to Newsom and Pritzker. These people don't get it. And all of these run-of-the-mill lefties like in Portland, they're all like this woman she was fat. She eats a lot. What's going to happen when they can't get food? They're going to be like, man, this sucks. The problem is, you guys ever try arguing with someone who's real dumb?
Every day.
It gets frustrating, right? Because they're too stupid to understand what you're saying. So it's like yelling at a brick wall. The problem is when these people start starving and getting angry, instead of recognizing it's their own retardation, they're going to blame you and they're going to go and storm your house, try to steal your food. They're going to be like, food comes from the grocery store and you're stopping it. And we're going to be like, bro, I'm not a farmer. And they're going to be like, no, and then they're going to attack you.
We had this recently. There's a guy running for office, James Tallarico.
The guy who was cheating on his wife who lit herself on fire?
No, this guy's single.
Okay. Is he a good guy or a bad guy?
He's a Democrat. So he's a far far leftist Democrat. But
is he a good guy or a bad guy?
He's a Democrat. But we have the state fair of Texas, like a big thing, and the prices have gone up dramatically. I think a turkey leg is like almost $30 now. And he was blaming the price increase on tariffs. He was like, oh, Oreo cookies are going up because of tariffs. These turkey legs are going up, these drinks at the state fair. And it's like, where are you importing these turkey legs that tariffs are affecting it? And it's just like, to your point, it's just all become anti-Trump. Everything is just anti-Trump.
Turkeys are from China.
Right.
We don't have turkeys here.
Yeah.
The Pilgrims, when they first came here on the first Thanksgiving, it was the Native Americans had imported turkey from China. And what we celebrate on Thanksgiving is free trade.
Yeah, those Chinese turkeys hit different.
The Pilgrims were starving because of the tariffs, and the Native Americans negotiated a free trade agreement and were able to bring turkeys. That's what he clearly meant.
But yeah, everything's just anti-Trump. It's just there's no other position, just anti-Trump. Because you don't meet any Democrats that are like, you know what, I don't have a problem with Trump, I just have a problem with some of these policies.
Trump is the sun of our current political climate. Everybody just orbits around him.
Yeah.
Thanks for checking out this clip from Timcast IRL. Make sure to watch the show live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Subscribe to this channel, and we will see you all there.